So now we can start making our note. I can put my cursor here where it says take a note. And once I do that, the box pops open and I can start to add information. So maybe this is a meeting agenda and I want to do a sample agenda here. And all of these buttons down here around the bottom are features that we can add on. If I need to add a reminder, so I'm going to remind me, I can decide when. So do I want it next week? Do I want it? It gives me some suggestions, or I can just use this at the top, at the bottom. I can pick either a time or I can pick a place. So this would use the location on your device. If you drove in and logged onto your computer at work, if that was the place, then you would get the reminder. If you set up a time and date, then it would be whenever the time and date was that you would get the reminder. So maybe I set a reminder for tomorrow at 8 a.m. And now when I come into the office tomorrow, that will remind me. Maybe I need other people to collaborate on this. So I want to add people by their account. So just like you would in a Google Share feature on any of the Google tools, you would type in the Google account of it's the person that you'd want to share this with, click save, and then they would also get this specific note on their Google Keep so they could collaborate with you. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can add some different colors. You can do a background, or you can do a fancy little background that's got an image, not just a color. So you can kind of theme that based on what you want to do. If I want to add a image, I can do that as well. I can pull from an image that I already have. So let's say, remind myself that Chick-fil-A is coming. Got to make sure I order the Chick-fil-A for the meeting. And then once I've added all the information that I want, I can click closed. And so I have the image above whatever I've typed in. And I can always go back and edit this as I need. Now the little icon, 3 dots that says more, if I hover over it, gives me some additional features. So if I wanted to delete this note, I could do that. If I wanted to add a label, now a label is a way to kind of group them into folders or group them into categories. We'll look at an extension that does this as well. But if I wanted, let's say, to add a label, maybe it's not a label I have yet. Maybe I want it to say monthly meeting, and all of them that have anything to do with monthly meeting I can label. Now I have that label attached to it. And on my menu on the left-hand side now, monthly meeting, if I click on that, it's only going to show me the notes that have that label on them. So a great way to just kind of siphon off anything that doesn't apply to that topic and remove everything that I don't need for that one view. Now if I use that More button again, I can choose to copy this note to Google Docs. So this would be really helpful if I had shared this with other people in my department. We're working on the same meeting agenda together. And once we are happy with it, we could use the copy to Google Docs option, and then it would become a document that then you could send in an email or print out for a meeting. Pretty simple way to build a note. The next video, we're going to talk about making lists.